But Katie, what about the burner? The burner account.
Kevin Durant recently made a startling admission about his burner accounts during an IG live session, sending shockwaves through the basketball community. However, this revelation didn't exactly come as a surprise. Durant's use of burner accounts has been common knowledge for years. The rumors date back to at least 2017, and he has previously acknowledged their existence publicly, even admitting it on camera.
Why?
Because I wanted to be stealth. I didn't want nobody.
But in February 2026, the controversy reignited when a new alleged burner account surfaced during All-Star Weekend, and the posts were ruthless. The account seemed to criticize his own teammates, sparking outrage and sending fans into a frenzy. In this video, we're breaking down exactly what was said, how it was delivered, and the ongoing pattern that continues to follow him. Back in October 2025, Kevin Durant appeared on the Pivot podcast with Ryan Clark, Channing Crowder, and Fred Taylor. The conversation covered it all: his new chapter with the Houston Rockets, the grind and sacrifices of a 19-year career, his close relationship with his parents, and even what retirement might look like one day. It was thoughtful and reflective. But the moment that truly sent shockwaves across the internet came near the end, when the discussion shifted to social media. One of the hosts asked Durant about his well-known habit of firing back at fans and critics online. Then they went even further, bringing up the burner accounts directly. No sugarcoating it. No careful phrasing. Just straight to the point.
What about the burner? The burner accounts. Did you have the little button switching back and forth?
Kevin Durant didn't hesitate. He didn't try to steer the conversation back to basketball. He didn't act surprised or pretend he hadn't heard the question. Instead, he faced it head-on. Calm. Direct. Honest. And that's exactly why it resonated so strongly.
Why?
Because I wanted to be stealth. I didn't want nobody.
Then came the line that still lingers. He said he wanted to be stealthy. That single word carried real weight. It wasn't vague. It wasn't misinterpreted. It was clear that he openly acknowledged that the accounts are real. He admitted to switching profiles. He confessed to intentionally using different handles so certain comments wouldn't be connected to his verified name. There was no speculation involved. Those words came directly from him.
And that's really why you get a burner account.
The host didn't let up, even joking about who he might target while hiding behind a fake username. But instead of retreating or shutting it down, Kevin Durant leaned right into the moment. He smiled. He went along with the joke. He didn't seem uncomfortable at all.
I can see you cussing him out. I can see you cussing out, what's his name, Windhorse, all them, Sham Sharani.
The room erupted in laughter, and he just sat there wearing that same grin. No denial. No attempt to clean it up. No effort to walk anything back.
Why are you so worried about what the man living in his mama's basement say about it?
He need to know.
On camera, Kevin Durant essentially revealed the blueprint. In his view, reporters question him, fans question him, analysts question him, and sometimes he feels the urge to respond directly. The twist? They don't realize it's actually him behind the keyboard. That's the stealth move, and this didn't start recently. His history with burner accounts goes back nearly a decade, and the evidence is well documented. In 2019, during an appearance on The Boardroom with ESPN, he explained how it all began. After his 2016 move to the Golden State Warriors, the backlash was intense. That decision turned him into one of the most debated athletes in America. He admitted he wasn't prepared for that level of scrutiny, so he created alternate accounts. According to him, it allowed him to speak more freely, especially with friends, without major outlets like Bleacher Report or Barstool Sports turning casual comments into headlines. He described it as creating a buffer between his public persona and his private thoughts, but that buffer first collapsed in September 2017, and it was chaotic. A fan on Twitter asked why he truly left the Oklahoma City Thunder beyond chasing a championship. Durant responded, but forgot to switch accounts. Instead of posting from a burner, he tweeted from his verified handle, @KDTray5. The tweets were written in the third person, which made the situation worse. He criticized the organization, referenced coach Billy Donovan, downplayed the roster, and implied it was just him and Russ, referring to Russell Westbrook. The wording made it obvious he was attempting to sound like a random fan defending Kevin Durant. Instead, it came directly from Kevin Durant's official account. He deleted the tweets within minutes. It didn't matter. Screenshots flooded every sports blog, debate show, and timeline. The internet never misses. 2 days later, at TechCrunch Disrupt in San Francisco, he addressed it publicly. He didn't dodge the issue. He called his behavior childish and idiotic. He revealed he personally texted Billy Donovan to apologize. He said the mistake rattled him deeply, claiming he barely slept or ate for 2 days. He even ranked it among the lowest points of his career, alongside the 2012 finals loss and the turmoil surrounding his 2016 free agency decision. That's how serious it felt to him at the time that it seemed like the saga had ended. It hadn't. By 2020, Durant appeared on the ETC's podcast and confirmed he still had active burner accounts. He acknowledged the 2017 slip-up but made it clear he wasn't done. No dramatic farewell. No promise to quit. He framed it as something he enjoyed, an outlet, a space to say what players usually keep behind closed doors. That candor surprised many so when he sat down with Ryan Clark, Channing Crowder, and Fred Taylor on The Pivot in October 2025, the existence of burners wasn't shocking anymore. What surprised people was his tone. In 2017, he sounded embarrassed. In 2019, he sounded protective of his privacy. In 2020, he sounded indifferent. But in 2025, he owned it. Completely. There was no apology. No regret. No awkwardness. He discussed burner accounts the way someone talks about brushing their teeth. Casual, routine, normal. He uses them. He responds through them. And he has no intention of stopping. That shift in energy spoke volumes. Earlier in that same interview, Durant explained how he views social media overall. He described engaging online as a kind of release valve, a way to prevent frustration from building up. Instead of letting negative emotions pile up, he types them out.
It's a quick release of something that I may be feeling that I don't hold on to for too long. I don't want to hold on to I see these comments.
He also made it clear that public perception has shifted over time. What once seemed reckless or immature now almost feels expected. It's no longer a shocking twist, it's part of the brand. Part of the persona. That evolution helps explain his confidence. The backlash that once embarrassed him has slowly transformed into something people associate with him. And when something becomes predictable, it loses its power to rattle you.
I realized over time that these interactions have brought me closer to the community, basketball community, and they understand what they're getting from me.
Put the timeline together, and the story is unmistakable. From 2017 to 2025, it's the arc of a player evolving in public view. A player who created burner accounts, a player who got caught, a player who apologized, a player who kept using them anyway, and finally, a player who discusses them without a hint of shame. The progression is linear, almost methodical. Then came February 2026, and the situation escalated dramatically. During NBA All-Star Weekend, screenshots from a private X-group chat went viral across basketball social media. The account behind the posts, using the handle GetHigher77, shared messages that were harsh, unfiltered, and direct. They criticized Durant's current Houston Rockets teammates, former Phoenix Suns colleagues, and other NBA figures from different stops in his career. The account reportedly originated in 2021 and was followed by people within Durant's circle. What drew immediate attention were the details. The messages referenced locker room dynamics, coaching strategies, and team-specific situations, information only someone closely tied to the team could know. Fans started connecting the dots fast. One post targeted Rockets teammate Allen Şengün, the young centerpiece of Houston's rebuild, stating, "Coach called that play to pass to Alperen. Emma turned the ball over with this as team. I guess your franchise player can't shoot or defend. That's a way bigger issue than my turnovers." The phrasing felt personal and frustrated. Internet sleuths noticed the drawn-out wording, similar to Durant's style on his verified account. But the bigger story wasn't spelling patterns, it was the raw, direct, and angry tone. Messages about Jabari Smith Jr., drafted 3rd overall in 2022, read, "I can't trust Jabari to make a shot or get a stop on his time." The language suggested a brutal lack of confidence, stinging for a young core trying to grow together. Then came references to the Suns era under Devin Booker and coach Frank Vogel, comparing the experience to dictators. Life with Devin Booker and Vogel, 2 dictators, Stalin and Hitler, Mussolini and Kim Jong. The Suns are my team when we lose and Book's team when we win. The resentment felt intense, whether exaggerated or not. The alleged posts didn't stop there. They reached back to Durant's Brooklyn Nets era, already infamous for chaos and injuries. One read, "I swear I miss Ben Simmons. At least that dude would give me the ball." Other targets reportedly included Stephen Curry, NBA player, entity, athlete, Steve Kerr, NBA coach, NBA player, and James Harden story. Bill Simmons called it uncharted territory on his podcast, highlighting the unprecedented nature of a superstar allegedly criticizing his own teammates anonymously. Even Durant being on his phone during warm-ups became fodder for speculation. At the same time, voices of caution emerged. Agent Rich Paul and analyst Max Kellerman emphasized that screenshots alone don't prove the account belonged to Durant. In a league driven by narratives, facts matter. When the Rockets returned to practice after the break, all eyes were on Durant. Cameras swarmed, reporters pressed, and his response was measured, careful, and controlled.
I know you gotta ask these questions, but I'm not here to get into Twitter nonsense. I'm just here to focus on the season.
He dismissed it all as Twitter nonsense, a line that quickly became the headline across every major outlet. But what came next carried even more weight than that soundbite.
Teammates know what it is. We've been locked in the whole season. Enjoyed the operation, had great practice today.
He didn't deny it. He didn't say, "Those aren't my words." He didn't claim the screenshots were fake. Instead, he said, "My teammates know who it is." That line hit hard. That IT carried weight precisely because it was ambiguous. It could mean his teammates know it wasn't him, or it could mean they know it was him and already dealt with it privately. The phrasing felt deliberate, calculated, like someone who's navigated this before. On NBA Today, analysts approached the topic cautiously, as if handling it too aggressively might make it explode. Iman Shumpert even suggested that the smartest move might be to let it go entirely.